Rico Toro. Que la que hay, mi gente. So, tell y'all a little bit about me. Those of y'all that might be new to the channel, or those that are a little bit familiar with my channel. I'm going to tell you a few things that you may not have picked up because I've weaved different pieces of information at different times into my content for various reasons. But those of you that just clicked on Rico Toro DRPR today, so let me just tell you, the DR is for Dominican Republic, where I've currently been for the most part in the last year and been visiting off and on since 2008. The PR, Puerto Rico, Boricua, Puerto Rican and lovely. That's because Puerto Rico was my first paradise. The first island that I fell in love with before I had a passport. And I'm quite immersed in that culture as well. No soy Latino, pero yo vivo la cultura, which I'm going to go back to that in a little bit. So, for those of y'all new, if you like content based on real life experiences and personal observations, click that subscribe. Show your boys some of those. So, I was actually born and raised in the DC area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Those of you that have met me in person since the channel, just about all know that I proudly rep DC as my original stomping grounds. And then fast forward early 2000s, well into the late 2000s, basically my 30s and part of my 40s, I lived in Newark, New Jersey and worked in New York. So shout out to the Brick City as well. So, all right, so the first part I said, no soy Latino, pero vivo la cultura. I'm not Latin or Hispanic, but I live the life. I live the culture. So, no, I'm not Dominican. No, I'm not Puerto Rican. Maybe I blend well. And, I just appreciate the culture. So, there you have it. That's what it is. Esto lo que hay. If any of y'all hear anyone in Sosua saying, esto lo que hay, they've spent some time around me because people just don't really say that. That's, kind of a real barrio way of saying it is what it is. And, es lo que es that Rosetta Stone or textbook way of saying it is what it is. But it's just something fun for me to say. A lot of things I say are just because they amuse me or maybe 3 or 4 other people around me. So that's what I say. For those of you new or that not quite familiar, another thing I like to say is tú sabes con la fiesta, which is, how the party goes, but basically it's like saying, you know how this situation is about to unfold, or don't be surprised if things go this way or that way. You know what time it is. So, anyways, a little bit about my name. Rico, you probably know, is not my government name. Well, my name wasn't created for YouTube. Puerto Ricans that I rode with, I had some Puerto Rican business partners when I was in my 20s. We'll leave it at that. And they're the ones that started calling me Rico. And I was getting a lot of action. So during that time. So we just rolled with it. 20 years later, still working the same day job. The only one that knows my full name is my boss and knows in HR. Because that's how many people have gotten to know me over the years, is just Rico. So Toro was based on one of my tattoos, which, the bull has always represented strength to me. Physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, relentless strength and power. And I used a certain bull for a business logo for a side business that I had several years ago. And when I would come here, that bull was on the back of a lot of shirts I would wear. And a lot of people here started calling me Toro. So there you have it. Put the two together, Rico Toro. So, you like that, don't you? See, I'm not like a lot of these YouTube guys just come up with a little name just to fly by night for their channel. But no, I'm known as Rico Toro long before that. So, anyways, like I say, I've been coming here since 2008. Lived here the last year. And I don't consider myself a quote-unquote Sosua YouTuber because, one, there's a lot more to this beautiful island to discover and adventure around. And I didn't quite make it to as many places this year as planned because, we all know what 2020 has been about so far. But my intention is to continue, to get back to Santiago, spend a little more time there. I've been there before. Get to the capital a little more. Get to, just some random barrios. Get to some places that, I can't pronounce. Get to some places nobody really thinks of so much, like San Cristobal, Bani, La Romana. Well, that's kind of known. Barbaro, Bonao, Las Terrenas, which is touristy. A lot of people know about that. Gaspar Hernandez. I can go on, y'all. So that's, there's a lot more to that. And, also, in my 50 years of experience, I could tell you a lot more than just the travel. I could tell you about some fitness things, nutrition, health, lifestyle, other things. I'm experienced. Your boy knows a few things. So hit that subscribe if you haven't already done so. A little more about Rico Toro. It's always coming down the pipeline. I weave in a lot of the dirty, deep topics because, you can't put everything on the surface and those that are in the know will figure it out, and those that are not or don't understand, maybe they're not supposed to. So, again, hit that subscribe. Thumbs up. Lots of love. Stay blessed, y'all. Be good. Ciao.